What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another live stream. I'm super excited, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're taking a look at Electric Callboy's newest release title track, record, rather, Tanzneid. Now, these guys are insane, man. If you guys do not know who Electric Callboy are, you guys are definitely sleeping under a rock for these guys, or you guys definitely do not know what you are missing, because these guys are just insane, man. They bring a level of intensity, of energy, of just chaoticness that no other band out there does, and they do it in a fun, more happy, more like playful way, man, because these guys do not take themselves seriously whatsoever, and it's just a fun thing to come back and check these guys out, because these guys definitely know what it means to be an entertaining band, let me just say. But like I said, for those of you that do not know these guys, they are a German electronic core metalcore band. Like, let me just say, these guys, the whole European side of things, just do it insane, man. They just do it on a whole nother level over there, and just there's even the whole metal scene on the European front, it's just ridiculous, let me just say. But they are a German band. I'm not too familiar when it comes to like the lore or the backstory of these guys. You know, I came around them about a year or 2 years ago or so when I first, started reacting to these guys. Let me just say, they have become one of my favorite bands to come back and check out too, let me just say. But this will be my first album, fully fledged album that I've truly listened to react to. So we have done many singles from these guys over the past couple years, from collabs to originals to covers or whatever they decide to do next. Man, these guys seem to do it all, it seems like. So these guys are definitely insane, especially on the video side of things. You never know what you're gonna see, you never know what you're gonna expect, from the cameos that they have to the jokes to the satire stuff they like to add in their videos as well. Man, it's just a it's just a fun ride, to listen to, and just to see whatever crazy stuff they end up putting out next. So like I said, these guys are insane, but we have reacted to many singles. Like I said, we have done a lot of these singles probably on this album before already, so there's going to be probably some that we've heard already from this album, which is okay, man. But I'm just eager to see what those new ones are going to be. What new stuff that they hadn't shown yet, that they've been keeping behind the scenes, that they were whatever tricks that they might have up their sleeves. So we're just going to have to wait and see for what this album has to bring, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many total tracks we have here, because they kind of put it all compact into one video, so I can kind of see. Let's see what we have here. Let's see, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 I think 12 13 14. That's right, that's 14 tracks. This is a pretty stacked album, I would say. So these guys have definitely been busy. Like I said, the last album I don't think came out too long ago. Maybe it was like 2 years ago or so the last album came out, which I don't think I reacted to that one at all. But we did amongst the singles though. But this is gonna be my very first album reaction for these guys, so I'm super excited. I'm definitely super excited, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we get some new ones. Hopefully we get a lot of bangers. Hopefully it's not just fully fledged on like all these singles, because that would be, kind of disappointing, because I did hear a lot of these already. But, either way, Electric Callboy never disappoints. Always smacking, always headbanging, and definitely bringing the energy when you just want some fun, high energy, high octane, pop punky, sort of like tube step beating, high energy music. So let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. So it looks like we have a little bit of an intro here, and then we go into the main one, which is Tanzneid, which I believe it's one of they came out with a single a long time ago. I believe, not a long time ago, like a few months ago or so, maybe or so. I don't know when they started doing the singles game sort of thing. They kind of like put out songs whenever they want to, it seems like. So, but I think this is one that they did release a while ago that I think we reacted to, which is, I kind of forgot about this one. So I probably forgot about a lot of these ones. Maybe not the most recent ones, but this is the second one. The first one off the record, Tanzneid. Now, I know it's a played on words sort of thing. They kind of like take the first and last letter and kind of switch them. I think it's like supposed to be kind of like dance something I remember hearing that, you know, some of them saying or mentioning that or something like that. So it is a weird word. When I first reacted to it, I thought it was like a German word, to be honest with you, but no, it's like a play on word sort of thing. It's kind of like a jumbled mixed up between, you know, two different words, I think. So with that being said, this is the first track off the new Electric Callboy record, Tanzneid. Hey Ali, welcome to the stream. Just in time. We are just about to start this new record here. Super excited for this one because hopefully we get a lot of surprises on this one. So let's get it. It's the first one off the new record, Tanzneid. And I hope your day's going pretty good as well. Hope you had a good day so far. But hopefully this album will make it even better on the way home. So let's get it. Tanzneid, ladies and gentlemen. Get your glow sticks ready. Get your club beats ready. Get your club outfit going. We're in for a ride. Let me know if it's too loud too as well, because these songs can get pretty loud.
I can feel it beating. My legs are tight under the ground. I can't not move, but I just wanna feel it. Gimme, yeah, I'ma cut the fucking road.
Go.
Everybody jump around. Tanzneid, when the voices of the road. Tanzneid, everybody getting down. Tanzneid, till the road out. A fever burning in my soul.
Let's get it, boys.
I love what it feels like.
Reel me in with those catchy beats. Catchy choruses. Bring the extraterrestrials into it. Let's get it.
The heat is rising up with every minute. I don't wanna
Don't know if we should be able to sleep with the aliens though. These guys don't care though. That classic metalcore feel. Go, ladies and gentlemen. Get those moves going.
Tanzneid.
Get those beats.
Tanzneid.
Go crazy.
We're gonna take you like that. I'm gonna make you burn, burn, burn. Till the fire goes up. A fever burning in my soul.
Man, I just love their short and trippy little breakdowns they have, man. They with the oversized drums kick. Got some good dance moves though. ladies and gentlemen. I forgot how catchy that one was. Definitely forgot that one. We're gonna hold it off on the next one here, but that one, I like that one, man. I like that one. Very weird, you know, when I first listened to it, to be honest with you, when it first came out, because especially on the video side alone things, you know, like what the hell is going on here? Got extraterrestrials, you know, peeping on us, you know, doing our daily tasks and stuff like that, trying to get into bed with us, you know, ET's trying to, like, you know, do some secret stuff, you know, like what's going on here? What are we doing here? But, you know, it is a catchy song nonetheless, very upbeat, very intense heavy, bringing those club beats in there, and then when they do the sort of breakdown sort of thing, man, entering into like this, you know, deep, you know, electronic tunnel sort of atmosphere, walking into the breakdown, you know, I like that sort of thing, man. Adds into the intensity, adds into the vibe, you know, we're gonna get to something heavy. I like that they don't skip on the breakdowns as well, man. The breakdowns are short, simple, short and crispy, short and choppy, but they hit so good, they hit so hard nonetheless. Very reminiscent of post-hardcore early 2000s with those triplets in there, just simple little triplet beats in there. Sometimes that's all you need, man, but they hit so good, they hit so hard, and I just love their style of breakdowns, man. Very classic feel to them. Love the catchy chorus in this one as well. Very easy to sing along to. Also, probably this one might be one of my favorite choruses, actually, to be honest with you, because I forgot how, you know, good the choruses are. I forgot how easy it is to sing along to with these guys. But when they do this growls as well, you know, it's just so full, so in your face, so intensified when the growls come in as well, man. I just like this band. I just like this band, guys. I'm sorry. I just like listening to these guys. I just can't help it. But like I said, we have heard that one before. It's been a while though, so if you guys want to see my full reaction, be sure to go back and check out, you know, all my first impressions on all these singles that we have already listened to as well. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the next one featuring Ratatata. I feel like I'm having a stroke saying that, but Ratatata is the next one here, featuring, you know, Baby Metal as well. Because you guys already know, I've reacted to Baby Metal numerous times on this channel, and a lot of you guys like my reactions over there on them as well. So let me not gonna lie, I'm gonna say I am a fan of Baby Metal as well. But I thought this one was gonna be on the Baby Metal record, you know, to be honest, because I thought it was more like their song on that one. Like, I don't know if it is on their most latest album or not, but I think they put it on this one as well, just because, you know, they did collaborate on it, so it would make sense. But we had heard this one a lot as well, so but this one's very catchy. It's very more upbeat as well. Definitely has that pop, you know, Japanese pop, you know, metal twist on it, just because, you know, it is Baby Metal coming in singing the choruses and stuff like that. So it is a little bit different, but it still has that, you know, metalcore backbone. It still has that electronic backbone. Just this one's a lot more poppy, a lot more, you know, family friendly, I would say. But either way, it still hits hard nonetheless. So we're gonna keep it going here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the next one off the new Tanzneid record, Ratatata. Not Ratatouille. That's a different movie.
Every night when the sky turns red up above, I feel the beat in my veins and I'm searching for love. You know that hips don't lie, leave you hypnotized. Just give me one more try to make you feel that vibe. When you go, my body and a weapon. We're gonna hit the floor. We're gonna make it happen. You'll give me some more.
Give it to me, boys and girls. Build it up. Go, girls. Bringing the Baby Metal vibe. You can't help but not get into it. Man's just breaking down all the walls of this video. Let's go, guys! Serenade me! Make me feel the feels! We're just getting started. She has an amazing voice, too. Still tuning up. Ladies and gentlemen, sing along to it. Come on, turn it up. Woohoo! Let's get it, man. See, you can't help but get into it, man. You can't help but just sit in your seat and you gotta get up. You gotta get moving. You gotta get grooving. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys bring the energy on on a whole nother level, man. You can't be depressed listening to these guys. Let me just say, because if you're feeling down, if you're feeling, bad about yourself, man, just put these guys on. You definitely feel uplifted. You definitely feel happy. You definitely feel the movement and the energy, the good vibes that these guys are bringing off. So I just love these guys for that sort of thing. Like I said, they don't take themselves seriously at all. They just like to have fun. They like to create some good grooving music, no matter what it is, no matter who it's with as well, man. I like it, man. It seems like just good heartfelt dudes who just love just to come together and make some good music for their fan base as well, man. But let me know if the song's a little bit too loud. I know it's kind of quiet for me, but I don't know how it is for you guys on like the receiving end here. So I can turn it up, I can turn it down a little bit, because I remember when I was going through the last recording, it was kind of a little bit kind of quiet. So but I could definitely turn it up here a little bit if it's not as loud enough. But sounds good. Is it not too loud? Am I too quiet? So I could turn that up too. But either way, what an amazing track. I believe the guy's name is called Kevin, who does the dirty vocals and the growls and stuff like that. And I know I could be completely wrong in that, but I think his name's Kevin. But just every time he comes in, every time he just shows in on the song, he's just just brings the energy even more. He just amplifies. He brings the song down into the deep tones, into those dropout tones with those distorted guitars, with those down-tuned guitar riffs as well. It makes the song just so much more powerful. I forgot this clean singer guy's name, but maybe it'll come to me as we come to the cornerstone. But he has an amazing voice too as well. The girl over from Baby Metal as well just has an amazing voice when I can actually understand what she's saying. But when she starts singing in English, she does have an amazing voice. She does have a kid just rivals other clean singers out there. But I just feel like it matches so well with these guys because it matches their energy. Because Baby Metal is like they're heavy metal, but they have that poppy side to them. They have that J-pop-esque sort of performance-esque to them when they're like dancing around, singing to their songs, stuff like that. So I feel like it matches these guys perfectly when it comes to that sort of thing, because these guys love their electronic beats. They love their like house beats as well, just then mixed with the metal sort of thing as well. So I feel like they match pretty well with this song actually. So I just like seeing that sort of thing with these guys. So that was one we did hear before as well that came out a while ago. So be sure to go check out my original video on that one over on my channel as well. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so far so good. I can definitely see myself listening to this album on my own time, especially if we get some more catchy ones coming our way. But yeah, we're just gonna keep it going here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, what's the next one here called? Wait, times Brawl Stars. Did it make a song for the game? You know, I never played it, but I don't think I've ever heard this song before. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, new one. Let's get it. You know, I like when bands do this.
I feel my heart drowning fast to the beat, waking up the other side of me. So I just
reaching in a different medium.
There's nothing I can do but to breathe and get into the heat. And I feel so alive when I'm losing control. Step aside, I'm about to explode. Feel the bass in my heart that is made of steel. And
Yeah, like a punk riff so far.
I'm gonna be the one to break it. I don't wanna break it, don't wanna break it all. So slow, so slow. I don't wanna wreck it, don't wanna lose control.
Yeah, Matrix vibes. Ooh. I don't think I've heard this one.
I knock you back and trap you inside. This is mad, evil manner, you got nowhere to hide. I am born to own
So the verses are very punky inspired though. Kind of Sum 41. Rich though. Shit, we got sushi flying.
And when I'm hiding in the dark, I can feel my pounding heart. I wanna shut it down for once, but it keeps on beating. You know what's up, you can't escape. We're gonna break it down in a total rage. My method hard, wish I could shine.
The Matrix E breakdown. The Riffy breakdown.
Never give up, never give in.
A little fun twist on a breakdown. I like that.
Never give up, never give in. Ready to fight when the beat is kicking in deep in my heart. I'm in my skin. I feel the rage, can I hold it in? No, I can't hold it anymore. Waiting, stopping.
Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. I don't think I've heard that one before. I think that's a new one because I don't know when that one dropped. I don't think I've seen that one drop, to be honest. So it might have been a while ago since they dropped that one, but I don't think I've seen that one. Maybe I could be wrong on though, but I reacted to a lot of ones on these guys. But very interesting. Very interesting. I'm guessing that's for the game Brawl Stars. They had a collab, I guess, you know, in the past with this feature, with this band had the song in the game, or they had like special characters or something like that. I never played the game, you know, to be personally, because I don't really play games on my phone. I'm not really a mobile phone kind of gamer myself, but you know, it's cool to see though. I like when bands, you know, reach out to all these companies, or companies reach out to all these famous metal bands and like want to collab on some sort of thing, like creating a song for the guys or creating a song for the you know, the game, something like that. So it's a cool thing to see. I like metal branching out into different forms of media, different forms of, you know, entertainment. So that's what I like to see. I wish we're starting to get a lot more of that now. So which is a very exciting thing for me, especially as a metalhead myself. So I like seeing my favorite genre getting you know, recognized and put into different forms of media. Like I said, you know, like not too long ago, Diablo did a collab with Korn, which was a pretty cool idea, you know, especially because that's such like a heavy metal sort of tone. You know, you're fighting, you know, why wouldn't have a metal song when you're fighting demons and shit, you know? So that's a very very cool collab over there as well. I know Doom has their own metal soundtrack, which is, hits heavy hard and stuff like that. So we need more metal in media. We need more metal in entertainment, guys. Got all these metal bands. Get all your media out there. Reach out to all these famous TV shows, movies, whatever it is, whatever forms of brand deals you guys are going in. Get more metal in the headspace. We need to be more alive. We need to show the world that we're not as heavy, we're not as bad as what people think we are. So we need to spread our love, just because we just like listening to some damn good music, man. It's just so catchy, so fun, so clean. But I like that, man. Very catchy. I like the video sort of thing as well, kind of mixed between animated for the game and the, live action stuff like that. I thought it was going to be like all animated stuff like that, but it's cool seeing the guys and the band member, so I don't know what really was going on, but, the set was cool. I like the neon kind of lights, the neon cords from the guitars to the, to the mics and stuff like that. It's a cool, twist, fun, visual that I don't think I've seen before. So very reminiscent on the Matrixy, cyberpunky futuristic sort of vibe that they're probably going for, but I know this whole album's, probably centered around that sort of theme, that sort of tone. So I like that sort of thing, man. Very cool, very very Blade Runner-esque, or like Matrixy when the synths were coming in, just amping it up into the breakdown sort of thing. I like their breakdowns, man. Like I said, so short, so crispy, so choppy. Just all you need is simple triplets, simple, breakdowns. That's all you need, man. It just sounds just as good, just as heavy, nonetheless, man. Chorus is still good. Chorus is still very catchy. Nothing too crazy on that sort of thing, but I like that. Very punky on the riff, on the verse sort of thing. Kind of remind me of like Sum 41 in a way a little bit. I know the drummer used to be in the band, so I'm pretty sure he found the reminiscence in there as well. Also, but I would kind of remind me of like a little bit of a punk thing, and then just went right back into like, the heavy metal of what makes this band. So a little bit of a twist there, but either way, so far so good. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think of this album so far. If you heard of it already, be sure to let me know down in the comments. But yeah, we are going to keep it going here. This is the next one. What are we getting? Oh, this is the Offspring one. So it's a fairly newer video. This one's very more pop punky though. Through the night, we need no daylight. Feels like we got Howie Mandel in here. I don't think I caught up on that the first time. And I feel like everybody knows that I wanna shake it, and you can watch it roll the floor. I wanna shake it, shake it, shake it. I wanna shake it, boys. And you can watch it roll the floor. I wanna shake it, just everywhere I go. Probably not gonna know every guy in here, but I think he is the Rooster Teeth guy, if I remember. OG YouTube. A Necro Goblin. Never really listened to them though. Go Offspring! The best is yet to come. I wanna shake it, and you can watch it roll the floor. I wanna shake it, shake it, shake it. I wanna shake it, and you can watch it roll the floor. I wanna shake it, just everywhere I go. We turn on the flame, be ready to go. Keep your fans close, and let the good times roll. Got your back on the road, play your favorite song. Scream your heart out, and let the good times roll. We will never let it go. Oh no, not Kevin! You hit my man Kevin! Who's gonna scream now? Oh, you see me move, my hips to you. You like. Here we get into the slightly seductive part of this band. Ooh. That metal Latin vibe. It's definitely a feel-good track, though. Definitely brings the Vans Warped Tour vibe. Yeah, what a fun little short track, man. Like I said in the previous video that I saw, it's like a good, fun-loving, party hitting style track. You can just put it on when you're having a party, when you're having a gathering, something like that. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too heavy. It's just a good song to put on when you want to catch a good vibe, when you want to catch some good music, and just have a fun time, as we can see in the band members here as well. I don't know the whole deal on what the pink box is. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know if it's supposed to be like, an icon or like a hint into something or a metaphor for something. I don't know what it means, but we just had the little guys in there the entire time. I don't know, maybe that was the joke for guys. Don't open this box, you're gonna look at some weird shit. If we open this box, you're gonna see something that you probably don't want to see, or something like that. But either way, it was a fun video nonetheless. A lot of fun. I don't know the whole deal is with all the cameos. I'm sure they reached out to these guys to be put into the music video, so I don't know if that's just because in here. Like, I don't know if they wanted to do it, or they know these guys and they asked them to be in the video, sort of thing. I don't know, but there's a lot of cameos in here. Like I said, we got Howie, that I think I missed the first time. I think that's the Rooster Teeth guy, Necro Goblin. I'm sure other ones that were here that I probably don't know of or don't recognize. So, but either way, I like seeing some cameos. I'm surprised Tony Hawk wasn't in this one, because he's been in a lot of stuff lately, especially on the Iceland Kill sort of things. He's been on all those, whatever they're doing, the whole Silver Scream saga or cinematography universe that they're going over there. I don't know, but he's been in a lot of stuff over there, so I'm surprised they didn't get Tony for this one. But either way, like I said, very fun, loving track. Nothing too crazy. Very on the pop punky sort of thing, on the Vans Warped Tour sort of thing. Like I said, very reminiscent of that sort of era, that sort of genre, I would say. Because Vans coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Warped Tour is definitely coming back. I think they already had their Long Beach show, to be honest. So I don't know if they're doing another one. I don't know if they're doing, in the next couple of months or so, they're planning another one. But I did see some funny clips of Andy, when he's hosting, when he's doing some interviews. They're pretty funny interviews on there. So you guys, be sure to go check those ones out as well. But if there's like a whole Vans Warped Tour sort of like video or live stream, I might do like a video reaction of that whole thing, because I think that would be kind of fun thing to react to as well. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, so far so good. Let's keep it going here. This is the next one off the new Electric Callboy record. What do we got? Oh, is this You Got the Moves?
You heard about a man, the lift controller.
Is that the name of the song?
King, I told you, hop in and let the journey begin.
If you don't know Electric Callboy, this one will definitely show you who they are. Like, I don't know who this guy is, but definitely enters the band's vibe. Elevator operator, that's good.
I really wanna be like him. I wanna be like them.
I wanna be like him too.
About that, hats up in the sky, and we keep getting high. Imagine down in
Man, looks sick.
that you cannot deny. A glowing light, keep shining bright. I cannot wait to get inside. Still out of sight. Where we wanna go?
Yo, Kevin. We stopping at one of the Mile High Club.
Elevator operator.
With those witchy screams, Kevin. Go, ladies and gentlemen. We're entering the club.
And I just wanna get down, but I'm just going up. You'll never let you down the top. Woo! No, nobody like you got. And we never stop. Get down.
Oh yeah. Man, so simple. So simple, but so good.
Elevator operator.
Sorry guys, for those of you that were watching, I don't know what happened. My computer just completely just shut off by itself. It completely, had to completely restart it and, to turn everything back on. So I don't know what happened. I think we just, Electric Callboy, I think was a little bit too hot for my computer. So completely crashed it. We're getting into these heavy beats. It's a little bit too intense for my PC, I would say. So either way, but I think everything's back and up and running now. But hopefully it doesn't do that again. That would definitely be annoying. But Nico, Kevin, calm down. You guys are burning up my PC. The beats are too hot. The music's too fire for my computer, man. You guys got to calm it down. You guys got to relax a little bit. But either way, the song was just about, over anyway. So I guess we don't, it's okay. We don't have to see the little bit half of the end of the track there. But that is an old one that we did react to a while ago. Elevator Operator. Definitely insane. Definitely out of the ordinary music video, I would say. I don't know who that guy is, kind of with the Elton John lookalike sort of thing. I don't know who he's supposed to be. I don't know if he's a friend of the band or is a famous guy that I probably don't know of. I don't know. I'm too familiar on that. It could be a German, pop singer or something like that. I don't know. But if you guys know, be sure to let me know down in the comments, as well. But either way, I don't know if I would want to get into Jace by how his looks, man. He looks like a very, preppy, fun kind of guy, but I don't know if I would want to get into a random elevator with him because who knows what floor we're going to be stopping at. But turns out they stopped on some pretty good, floors, some fun floors there. But either way, very funny track nonetheless. If these guys are the only band that I would say that could make a completely hitting song out of an elevator of all things, I'm sure there's other meaning behind it, but these guys, they can turn a song and make it anything. I would say if that doesn't prove it, man, they can make a song about a toaster and probably make it the heaviest metal song you probably ever could have heard, I would say. So very interesting choice of a song lyric. Well, fun video though, nonetheless. I know sometimes I don't even know what goes through these guys' heads. Seems like they can make a song literally about anything, I would say. But either way, very fun track, very fun video. Like I said, that was probably one of their very first singles that they released about over a year ago by now, I think. So it's been quite some time since they've done this singles game sort of thing. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, very fun, very good. Like I said, about all these videos that I've heard before already, be sure to go back and check out all my reactions of the Electric Callboy section because I've did hear a lot of these before. So if you want to see my first impressions, go back and check those ones out for you guys. But either way, we are going to keep it going here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, but this is the next one off the new Electric Callboy record. Oh, I didn't even get to name it. Oh, we're getting heavy on this. Let's get it, boys. Throw me back in. Let's get it. Roll me, Kevin. Get that deathcore vibe. high octane chorus. Pretty high. I like these blend of genres they have on every track. Got that deathcore vibe, got that electronic vibe. Electronic deathcore. Let's get it. That little chord right there. Very different stuff, of course, though. Ooh. Go, Nico. Wow, what a fun banger. What a fun, heavy banger, man. That was a new one, I think. That was definitely a new one. Probably my favorite one so far off this record, man. Because, wow, very surprising. Wasn't expecting that sort of blend of genres, like I said, bringing in the deathcore vibe, the death beats, the blast beats, the down-tuned riffs, the down-tuned chugs, the deep hitting beats in that one, man, mixed with like the electronic, you know, like I said, electronic deathcore it sounded like always. But Nico, man, showing his pipes, my guy, getting high up there in those cleans, my guy. Didn't know he can go that high, but either way, probably a little bit too high for me in a song like this. But either way, managed to work nonetheless, man. Very catchy chorus indeed, man. Just for me personally, I'd probably bring it down a little bit higher of an octave just to match sort of like the deepness of the tones of the guitars or something like that. But very poppy on the high end. But when Kevin's coming in, you know, bringing those scores, bringing those preachy kind of, you know, growls into the mix, into the verses sort of thing, you know, very chanty, very, you know, in your face, very aggressive. I like that sort of thing. Breakdown, man, very intense, heavy, like I said, very short, very crispy, you know, just they don't like to stay their welcome, you know. I wish they kind of did it a little bit longer, in my opinion, just to let those deep tones kind of ring out a little bit longer, just because that's my favorite part of every metal track. You guys already know, but I just kind of wish they did it a little bit more. But you know, it is what it is. When a song is like this intense, heavy, this intense packed, you know, the whole song is a breakdown at that point. But either way, I like that one. I like that one. Hopefully we get some more ones like that, like this one, like entering into that deathcore scene, entering into those down-tuned guitar riffs a little bit more. I know they did that on their latest one with the boy band, kind of mix and mash up with the Lorna Shore vibe. I'm sure that's on this one, you know, towards the later of the album. But if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you guys will definitely, if you're not surprised yet, that one will definitely be like, what the hell's going on with these guys? But that one is definitely, it's video on its own, man. But either way, let's get it. This is the next one off the new Electric Callboy record. Hopefully everything's going on here. I think I'm live. Am I live? Pretty sure I'm live. If I wasn't, that would definitely suck. I just reacted to this whole thing by myself. But we're going to keep it going here. This is the next one. Off the, I don't even know the name of that one. What's the name of that one? Heart Club? Is that the name of the thing? Heart Club? I don't know. I didn't even get the name of the song out before it started banging. But this is the next one. Third. Oh, speaking of boy bands, it's the next track, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're gonna. You guys are gonna. Let's get it. That way, so you guys are gonna see the full force of what Electric Callboy truly is. So I'm just gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna play it. This song definitely blew my head off when I listened to this one. I had no idea what the hell was going on.
Hey, yeah.
Backstreet Callboy.
When I look into your eyes, I wanna give you all tonight. Gotta love you more.
Don't worry, it gets better.
Every every single bite. Always tossing if I bleed, 'cause you're all that I ever need. I want you to swallow every piece of me. I'm not afraid when I think it's left of me.
Let's go, Nico and Kevin.
I am melting up inside.
Show us that brotherly love.
I love you just the way you are. Oh, oh, when you call your name inside my beating heart, my beat. I want you just the way you are. When you pull me into pieces, I just love the way you are.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Beat it up! Electric Deathcore has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Just the way you are. When you call your name
I
inside
still can't
my
believe what the
beating
hell just
heart.
happened.
I want you just the way you are. When you pull me into pieces, I just love the way you are.
Let's see. What did I say? What did I say, man? You do not know what to expect from these guys as a band. You do not know what's going to come next. You don't know what genre they're going to play next. You don't know what genre they're going to mix and match with other genres. You don't know what the hell is going to happen. When that song dropped, I thought they were just going to do a full-on boy band song just because they can. You know, just bringing back the early 2000s nostalgic vibes. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. You guys already know for probably what they grew up listening to as well, but they just decided to mash it up into the most heaviest song possible. From the contrast is insane from just a very heart-loving, heartfelt pop boy band song into the most heaviest stuff, the most heavy genre possible you could probably mix and match it to. Like, the contrast is insane. It's just ridiculous from a boy band song to a deathcore song, but it works. Somehow they managed to make it work. Somehow it just fuses a little bit too well, in my opinion, to be honest with you. But that's just the beauty of these guys. But it's just so intense, heavy, so intense, man. I just love how they just went full force into death metal, full force into deathcore. Definitely taking some Lorna Shore style vocals with those witchy screams, those weird noises that Will does over there. They're entering a little bit inside to the moan chorus sort of thing with Nico enjoying the song a little bit too much. But either way, very funny video, very fun and just jarring video nonetheless. But when they get into those beats, when they get into those blast beats, those riffage, those doom chords riffing it up on the rhythm side of things, man, just with those synths in the background or violins in the background, just emphasizing that deathcore feel even more, man. I like that sort of thing. I wish they had a little bit more stuff like that. We might maybe get another secret sauce one like that in the near future, because but before this one, I wasn't expecting the one to be that heavy as well. But I like that they put these two together, just so when they did do the beginning one, which is the same sort of energy, same sort of vibe, the Heart Club one. But this one just brings the deathcore on a whole nother level, which is insane, man. Insane. Ladies and gentlemen, I just kind of wish it was a little bit longer, because it is kind of a short kind of track nonetheless. But either way, it is what it is. Hopefully we get another one like that, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get it. The next one is called Still Waiting. Oh, this is the Sum 41 cover. Okay. This one came out, I believe, a year ago or so. By now, this is one that they did as well with the I don't know if they had the singer on this one. But I think I know the drummer, like I said, was formerly in Sum 41, but he's now in this band, so I can definitely see that this is a nostalgic piece for him alone personally. So he probably liked this one and wanted to do it. Maybe they asked him if he wanted to do a Sum 41 cover, because maybe the other band members of the band like Sum 41. They were like, what, let's do a cover of one of your old songs, see how that goes. So it turns out to be another heavy banger, similar to the Offspring one, but this one just hits. It's even more heavy. It's more energetic. It's more what makes this band, Electric Callboy sound. So I would say I like this one a little bit better, but let's get it. Sum 41's Still Waiting, covered by Electric Callboy. Let's get it.
So am I still waiting for this world to
I listened to this one a couple times on my own time. Definitely a good one. As that metal twist. Go. Gotta have that techno beat. He has a similar voice though. You definitely say the original members are probably did it justice. Go boys! What have we done? We're anyone that can't be won. Just can't be real, 'cause I don't know what to feel. So am I. Can't skip on the breakdown now. What a banger, ladies and gentlemen. See, these guys can do whatever they want. It seems like whatever cover they want, whatever song they want, whatever genre they want, they can do it. Like I said, I still don't know how all the copyright stuff works with all these bands, with covering other people's songs, stuff like that sort of thing. I guess they have to get permission, obviously, from the band. But I'm sure, I know Sum 41, they kind of, they kind of retired, I would say, so they're not really in a band anymore, so I'm pretty sure they don't really care anymore. But like I said, the drummer is the original drummer from Sum 41, so he probably wanted to do it as well, sort of thing. So I like that, man. I like when bands, coming in, trying different genres, like doing other bands' songs justice, wanting to do covers of other bands, sort of thing, especially if they're my favorite bands as well. Because Sum 41, I actually was probably one of my favorite punk bands from back in the day. I think I favored them more than Green Day and more than Offspring, as a little sort of thing. I didn't get into pop punk too much, but I favored, Sum 41 a lot more compared to other pop punk bands at the time. But either way, like I said, what a banger of a track. Like I said, I definitely listened to that one on my own time a couple times, even here and there, just because it is a catchy one. It is a heavy, it's an old school nostalgic, kind of tone with a modern twist, definitely a modern twist. You can't skip on the breakdowns, man, because it wouldn't be Electric Callboy without the breakdowns in there. So I'm glad that they didn't skip on the breakdown in this song here, but very catchy nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to go check out my original video on that one as well, because if you want to see what my first impressions are on that song as well. But we're gonna keep it going here, ladies and gentlemen. The next one The new one, The Savior. I think this is another new one. I think we finally got another new one, ladies and gentlemen. All these ones have been singles so far that we've actually heard already, but I think we finally actually got a new one, ladies and gentlemen. So far, we only had one actually new one that we haven't heard before, which turned out to be a banger of a slapper. So this one might be the same situation here. We're just gonna have to wait and see, though, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully the stream's going good. Hopefully the volume level's going good. Like I said with that crash earlier, I don't know if it messed anything up or not, so be sure to let me know. But so this is the next one off the new record, The Savior. Ooh.
And now we watch it burn, screaming out from the top of your lungs. With the end of days, but we're singing along. We wanna get hot, baby, but the flames getting higher. The planet is dying, but the
where we going?
We wanna get out of here, we wanna disappear.
Oh, 8-bit energy.
While the world's in decay. You're gonna get down, from the edge, in the air and fucking get loud. We're gonna light it up, get loud. When's the end of the day, so get loud.
Those triplets.
We wanna get high again. We wanna get down to the end. If we ever fall to the ground, we will always get up again. Till the sun will make us high again. We wanna get down to the end. If we ever fall to the ground, we will
Hell of an
always
80s
get
metal.
up again. Till the sun will make us high. We're gonna get it up. You really need to get loud, 'cause every single word could be a last shout. Waiting for a miracle to get out. We need a
Kind of like a synth wavy mix with 80s metal. Still got the pop. So central, but the chunks are so deep.
We wanna get down to the end. If we ever fall to the ground, we will always get up again. Till the sun will make us high again. We wanna get down to the end. If we ever fall to the ground, we will always get up again. Till the sun will make us high. We're gonna get it up.
Oh, Kevin.
When hope is gone and the night feels long, there's a sound in the distance.
Maybe like 80s ballad
Hear
metal.
that song. You call me in the darkest
Kind of White
time.
Snakey almost.
I'm coming to save you. Just close your eyes. When hope is gone.
Oh, that's a good drop in there.
There's a sound in the distance. Hear that song. And I can hear you calling. In the darkest time, I'm coming to save you. Just close your eyes. We're not gonna wake you up. 'Cause I really wanna get loud. Way we never gonna stop. Can you see the chaos drop? Reach it till the bottom drop. Get loud. Just get loud.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. See, it seems like they're ticking the box on every single genre. Every single metal genre, every single music genre, they're ticking it off on this album. They're doing every single music genre possibly known to man. If they make a country song, I would not be surprised, but I doubt they're gonna do that on this album. But it just seems like they're doing every single genre in the metal scene, at least, you know, mixing with this album. But it works though, man. It definitely works, man. If you're just missing, you know, some sort of genre that a metal band that might need that you liked in the past, you know, I feel like this album has everything that you could possibly want from when you're wanting to listen to, you know, a certain genre at least But even if it's just one song, but very reminiscent of like 80s metal, 80s hair metal, I would say. Definitely bringing in the White Snake kind of vibes, you know, similar to those kind of 80s metal bands from back in the day, with those sort of like ballad open choruses sort of thing, which I can see in like the pre-build up here to the book, like to the chorus. They didn't really have a breakdown, but like pre-build up to like the extended chorus sort of thing at the end there. But you know, they still had the choppy, you know, riffs in there, the verses in there, the Kevin screaming his heart out as well. You know, just simple triplets. It seems like these boys love their triplet chords, but they just sound so much heavier than like normal triplet chords. They sound so much heavier, so much meatier in their bass line, man. I don't know what they use. I don't know what they're, you know, what technical stuff they're using behind the kit, sort of stuff like that, or what, you know, guitar tone they got, but it just hits so hard. It's so high octane, so high energy. You can hear the high end off the treble of like the guitars, but also get the low deep on the bass end, man. It's just, they found the sweet spot, and it just hits so much harder nonetheless, man. But like I said, Nico showing off his clean vocals yet again on the high end. When the chorus comes around, Kevin doing his thing, the band's doing their thing, drum man's beating it up. They love their two steps in every single song. It just seems like that's their go-to when it comes to a chorus sort of thing, which could be overplayed a little bit, in my opinion. But you know, it just sounds good nonetheless. It still has that club beat sort of, you know, mentality behind it. So I can definitely see that they want to keep that sort of thing, just to keep it on with like the electronic stuff. Nothing too crazy on electronic thing, more like the 80s synth stuff that they had, or synth wave energy that they had in this one. But this one's a very nostalgic piece, I would say. Kind of started off like an 80s, you know, an Atari, you know, video game or 8-bit game, you know, NES style, you know, music at the beginning there. I thought they were going to go into like some 8-bit sort of, you know, music thing, but it turned out to be just like an 80s nostalgic piece, if that makes sense. But either way, what a banger though. I'm definitely surprised. I'm definitely surprised on all these new singles we're getting out here. They're just so much different compared to from the last one. It's just, like I said, they're taking off every single genre, it seems like, in metal. So I'm eager to see if they have any more singles like this. So I have no idea what the next one's going to be. You know, who knows? It could be a country song. You know, I don't know. I hope it's not. But, you know, who knows? I wouldn't be surprised. But either way, we're going to keep it going here. It says the next one, Reverie. Now, I did react to this one a while ago. This one's definitely like been maybe nearly 2 years ago or so. This one's been out for a while now, but I only listened to it one time. And I think I remember it was okay. It wasn't my favorite song from this one, but maybe after listening to it again, might change my mind. But let's get it. This is the next one off the new record, Reverie. Because they tried to have that creepy sort of tone, that creepy sort of, you know, image, especially on the video. Like, it works, but I feel like the chorus kind of like threw me off a little bit. Two-step again. I feel like the chorus is a bit too happy for the tone. That makes sense. I like everything else though. Go, boys. Slenderman, what's up? We're not here to play around. We're here to get hard and hit hard. Kevin! Oh man, I don't remember that. Kevin! Kevin! I don't remember that little blast beady. Let's get it. See, I like the creepiness of the vibe, the creepiness of the song, the tone of the video. I just feel like the chorus is a bit, you know. Don't wanna feel like a puppet. I see at least I'm gonna cut it. See, it would have been fine if they ended it kind of happy at the end there, just having that sort of upbeat sort of part of the chorus. But I felt like throughout the entire, you know, the first two choruses, I felt like it's just a little bit too happy. It's a little bit too upbeat for what the song's, you know, trying to do, what the song's trying to portray, I would say. So maybe it feels like a little bit darker tone instead of just like the upbeat sort of, you know, pop punky beats that they do for every single chorus. You know, I felt like they could have done it a little bit darker, a little bit different, or have, you know, Kevin, you know, just do the screaming vocals for it. Maybe that would have been a little bit different, or have him sing it kind of like in the background, have like, you know, growls while you know, Nico's singing. But either way, that's just my only little critique on that track, at least. But everything else is fine. I forgot how the breakdown went in this song. I didn't know, I didn't expect it to be, you know, that sort of choppy, that sort of in your face, you know, Kevin screaming those like little spit verses in there. Well, I forgot he did that in this track. So like I said, it's been a while since I heard this one, but I like that one nonetheless. Like I said, I like the creepy tone, I like the creepiness of the vibe, you know, the nightmarish sort of stuff here, you know, when, you know, Slenderman's coming out, you know, he just sometimes you just need some good old heavy hitting blast beats, you know, to scare the demons away, man. But so either way, like I said, like everything else on the track nonetheless, but when they get heavy, when they get dirty, when they get into those, you know, borderline doomy deathcore style blast beats, man, I'm all for it on this band. Definitely all in on this band. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost done here through this album. So far, it's been definitely a stacked album, man. Definitely been a stacked album. Like, I don't think I've had any single complaints on any track, you know, so far. You know, maybe just this one here, just that little critique on the chorus sort of thing. But nonetheless, there's no song here that I don't like, I would say. So, but we still got a few tracks left here on the next one. So hopefully we get some more new ones. This time, what we got on this next one? Oh, this next one is We Got the Moves. This one came out like a long time ago, I think. Wasn't it a long time ago this one came out? I feel like. So this is kind of like a deep cut, I would say, because I think this one came out but even before the last album. Am I wrong? I could be completely wrong on that. But either way, we're gonna keep it going here. Nonetheless, you know, they're in charge of what tracks they put on the album. So either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna keep it going here. We Got the Moves from the Tanzneid record. This one's very chaotic. It's very intense, heavy. It's more what they show their fun-loving side of them. These guys, you know, they're like fun, pop punky, you know, 80s sort of nostalgic image that they like to portray in some of the videos. So this one's very funny. It's very, you know, not a serious song. Like this last one here. This one's just a fun-loving, you know, entertaining song just for the hell of it, I would say. So this is the next one. We Got the Moves.
From the mood, hot sand under my feet. Cold beer, cheap wine, yeah, that's all that we need. We got the moves, we got the moves. And everybody.
They were in this sort of like 80s nostalgic image for a while.
We got the moves, we got the moves.
It's got the little. Go, boys! them into the van. Let's party. Oh, wait a minute. This is a remix? I don't remember it being dubsteppy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a remix. Because the original was not like this. The original was what they're normally used to, but I don't remember this. This one's definitely like a break style piece. Drums though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a remix because the original did not sound like that. It was not dubsteppy at all. It was not that much, intense, heavy on the electronic sort of thing. So I think that is a remix because I do remember, I think it came out a while ago. I think they just decided to do a remix for this one. I'm not too sure on that, but I do remember that one is more on the pop punky melodic metalcore side of tone from the original, I believe. I don't know, but I feel like I could be completely wrong. I could be doing like a Mandela effect sort of thing right now, but I remember it was original with actual instruments more than electronic stuff. But when they do those deep sort of drum beats, deep tones on like on the deep bass line, I like that though. But everything else, electronic stuff, it's not too much for me personally. I mean, I like electronics, I like synths, I like, that sort of thing. But when it comes to like 80s, like electronic, metal, when it comes to like, what am I trying to say? Like actual electronic music, like dubsteps and stuff like that. I'm not too much of a fan on that sort of thing. But other than that, I can favor everything else. But the guy looks like Oliver Tree. Yeah, I feel like that's the kind of image that they were trying to do. Maybe they were trying to copy his sort of image. It's sort of kind of like, I don't know what you call it, like nostalgic 90s sort of preppy sort of, look to them. I don't know, that whole kind of like simplistic sort of tone, that simplistic sort of like image that they were sort of do sort of thing. I don't know, that maybe they were trying to copy that guy's image, but either way, rest in peace, my boy Oliver Tree. It's a sad thing to say that he went a little bit too soon, but I'm sure he's listening to these guys from up there, so he's definitely probably smiling down proud on these guys, even if they're not copying his image. But either way, rest in peace to Oliver Tree. But yeah, very electronics on the music side of things though. But definitely, I think I've just remembered that one differently from last time. I don't know, I could be completely wrong on that one. But either way, the original one from what I do remember, it's very funny, it's very upbeat, it's more like I said, it's very like a satire style piece. But the original one, it definitely hit hard on the guitars sort of thing. So I'm pretty sure that's a remix. But I don't know, it could say here on the the bottom here, the title, that is it does say it's a remix. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I do remember correctly. I remember correctly. But either way, we're keeping it going here. This is the next one off the new record. Oh, this looks like a remix as well. The next one just remixes? Don't tell me they're all just remixes. I don't know. Maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of a weird choice to have like a bunch of remixes at the end of the track here. But either way, we're gonna check them out for you guys anyway. So let's get it. Oh, this is a Tanzneid remix. This one's gonna be interesting. I don't know how you can make a song more electronic. They just completely stripped it from the guitar. I guess they would play these sort of tones when they're like having like a break or something. When their gear's changing or something like that. Just to give the crowd, you know, something to listen to. Yeah, the original video for this is kind of funny to watch, you know. Ooh, it's worse. We're still gonna break it down? Where we going, boys? Where we building? Don't tease me. Not what I was expecting, but definitely beats though. Just have that bass line going. I like that. But see, man, I think it's good, but I don't think electric, music is good for me. For me personally, man, I just don't think it's like my favorite to go out of my way to listen to, man. If you guys love it, all power to you. But I just don't get how people can get into it, that much, because I just feel like it's just very repetitive. It's just the very same thing over and over again. It's the same beats. It's the same sort of like clipped sort of like chorus thing that they have in every single minute or so of the song there. But it just sounds very repetitive. Like they build it up pretty much the entire track. You're hoping something's gonna happen, and then it kind of doesn't really deliver out on like the heavy sort of thing. It's just like it builds it up like something crazy, something intense gonna happen, but then it's just the same sort of beat, again with added sort of like sounds over it. So it's nothing really too intense for me, I would say. But if you guys like it, man, like all power to you. I just don't to me personally, I don't see it. I don't see it. I know there's heavier like EDM out there, there's heavier like dubstep sort of stuff out there, but this is very sort of like dance music. It's more kind of like, you know, not really as intense heavy as what they probably normally do. Maybe they didn't want to make it as heavy, in my opinion, but they added some sort of guitars, you know, work in there, like lo-fi guitar, you know, towards like the main build-up part of the track there. I thought they were going to actually add the guitars, but they didn't end up doing that anyway. But to me personally, it just sounds very repetitive. You know, it's the same thing over and over again. But either way, we're just gonna keep it going here. Hopefully, you know, some of these remixes may sound a little bit better, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But this is the next one. Which one's this? Hypercharged remix? Was this on the album? This might have been on their last album, I think. No, it's the game one. This is the game remix one. So this one might be interesting.
The beat says yeah.
I guess if you like electronic music, I mean, this album's for you.
I feel my heart running fast to the beat, waking up the other side of me. So I just let it go. There's nothing I can do but to breathe and get into the heat. And it feels so alive when I'm losing control. Step aside, I'm about to explode. Feel the bass in my heart that is made of steel. And I know
I actually like the original one for
be
this
the
though.
one to break it all. Break it, don't wanna break it all. The beat says yeah, the beat says yeah. I'm the one to break it, don't wanna break it all. The beat says yeah, the beat says yeah.
Heavy synths. Blow up that bass. I'm gonna break my speakers.
Step aside, I'm about to explode.
Imagine listening to that on a subwoofer or a high intense bass amp. Oh my god. I'm gonna blow your ears out. Go boys, build it back up. Hit me with that bass. Break my eardrum. Go boys, stop teasing me. Where are we going? I feel like they're trying to just put every noise they can. Constantly building. This feels like they were just getting a constant error message. It seemed like with that sound effect in there, but it's just it seems like they were just trying to compact every single, you know, sound possible into that one song there. But either way, towards the beginning there, I kind of liked it, but towards the end when they were just adding all those different noises, it kind of was like a little bit too much for me. You know, blowing my ears out with that bassy ass bass that they were playing in there. I was gonna break my headphones almost, it seemed like. But if you're listening to that one in the car, be sure to not break your speakers in your car, because that one probably can sound pretty bassy, not gonna lie. But either way, man, like I said, it's not for me. You know, it's not really my type of music. It's not really something I would go out of my way to listen to. But I know these guys like their electronics. They like they're different. They have the different sides of them. They have the metal side. They have the electronic side. So I can see why they like doing remixing sort of these songs. But like I said, I don't know what these songs' purpose is. I don't know what they would play these. They definitely would not play these live, I would say, but maybe they would play like one or two during a live set to maybe, you know, do some stage changes, to maybe do some like little break or like interlude between sets or something like that, you know, just to have something in the background for the crowd to listen to, so it's not, you know, just, you know, quiet throughout the venue and to be like, what the hell is going on, sort of thing. So I could definitely see one of these songs being played as like a break piece as the stage is getting set up for, you know, something else, or the band members are switching out, you know, costumes, or switching out, you know, guitars or instruments, stuff like that. So that's what I would guess that these probably would be. But this is the last one off the remix sort of one, and officially probably the last song off this album. But let's see, this is a remix of, which one is this? Reverie remix. Ooh, this one might be interesting, actually. Kind of remixing that creepy sort of vibe with electronic sort of tone. I don't know. This one might actually be interesting. So let's get it. Kind of like a creepy sort of EDM feel.
Hush, my darling, can you see the midnight sun? Midnight sun, close your eyes, it's time to dream. The night has come, night has come. Don't be scared, just let the
It starts the same though.
hold you tight. Tick tock, follow me into the light.
You take the loneliness away from me. Don't wanna feel like a puppet.
Yeah, how come EDM starts with a chorus?
Gonna cut it. All I need is reverie.
I always wondered that.
Don't wanna feel like a puppet. I see you leave, I'm gonna cut it. You make me feel alive.
This was a lot more EDM.
You take the loneliness away from me. Don't wanna feel like a puppet.
I just feel like they overplay the chorus a bit too much.
I'm gonna cut it. All I
At least on the electronic sort of music. Really build up, but then ooh, we're gonna incorporate the breakdown? Let's go! Incorporate that breakdown! Oh, there's the dubsteppy! Did Skrillex work on this? The only dubstep I know is Skrillex. I didn't really get into that. But back in the day, no, I was pretty much into anything. Everyone knows who Skrillex is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. That has been the Tanzneid Electric Callboy record. I'm not gonna lie, what a slapper. What a slapper of an album. I can definitely see myself, you know, listening to this one again, you know, minus the remixes at the end, but everything else in between that pretty much slapped. definitely pretty much slaps. Like, granted, a lot of these I've heard already just because on their singles. I feel like they should have kept some sort of these singles, just for the album at least. Because I think we only listened to like what 2 new songs off this completely new record, which is kind of kind of crazy because it kind of spoiled the surprises at the what made this new album come together. But I feel like they should have saved at least a couple of these singles, like maybe like they should have saved like maybe the Backstreet Boys one for this album, just to make that surprise pop sort of deathcore sort of surprising opening, surprising hidden thing for the album, I would say, because I feel like they put out a lot of their, probably one of the best ones as singles already. So, but either way, slapper an album, nonetheless, man. There's a lot of ones on here that I could listen to myself to again. A lot of ones that I've heard a while, already. I've heard a lot of the time. So, but either way, definitely slapper an album. Slapper an album. For my first time hearing an Electric Callboy record, I know I didn't really listen to the techno one, which came out I think like 2 years ago or so. So I might go back and check out that one. But from what they said, from what I heard, this one is a lot more, electronic focus. It's a lot more on the electronic side, probably hence the remixes at the end there. But when they go down and dirty, man, they go down and dirty. When Kevin's screaming, when Nico's singing, when the band's chugging it up, when the drum man's blast beating it, they can get pretty heavy, and I just love that side of them. I love their blast beats, I love their riffs, I love their breakdowns. They're just so simple, so choppy, so crispy. It's just classic metalcore at its finest, man, bringing me back to the old post-hardcore days, early 2000s old school melodic metalcore, which made me fall in love with this music. So I could definitely has that nostalgia sound for me when it comes to those style heavy hitting breakdowns from back in the day. But I just still like to keep that old school factor, which I love from these guys, mixed with the modern tones, mixed with the modern electronic core kind of stuff that they're doing. I feel like a lot of these bands, I feel like this is the only kind of band that tries new stuff. They're like the only band that is not afraid to try anything. They're not afraid to mix and match genres, as you can see in this album here alone, man. Backstreet Boys go deathcore. Who the hell would have thought that would have been a thing in 2026, man? Who knew that would be the next thing, the next best thing from this band? And it's just insane, man. You can never know what these guys are going to come next. You never know what genre they're going to dip their toes in. Who knows? Like I said, the next album could be a completely country album. Who the hell knows at this point, man? They could do whatever they want, it seems like. Mix and match every sort of genre. I mean, they could do country into metal, I think, like, but Ronnie kind of only did that with Falling in Reverse sort of thing on the last album. But who knows? They could do whatever they want, and it'll just come out just as good as amongst of all these other singles that we've heard already from these guys. But yeah, man, love these guys. I can definitely see why they're popular. I can definitely see why a lot of people like these guys, especially on the live shows, man. They just bring the energy, they bring the intensity, they bring that good club feel vibe that you don't really get from these bands. But it just feels like they just don't take themselves seriously, which makes these guys even more likable. They just like to have fun. They like to show off their fun and weird and wacky side when it comes to their music videos as well. So definitely one of my favorite bands to come back and check out too from these guys. But yeah, solid album nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. I might have to go back and check out that techno album, because I definitely want to see what past bangers they've had. I want to check out what more past ones that I probably have missed, I would say, because if they've done other sort of genre defining stuff in their past album, I'm probably definitely missing out on that one nonetheless. But before we head off here, I wanted to react to this one video here, because they did release this one a day or two ago. They did a cover of the 80s pop song Maniac, which I'm sure if you're a fan of like 80s metal, 80s pop, if you grew up with that sort of stuff, you probably have heard this one before. But they did a cover of this one, so I wanted to check this one out for you guys as well while we're live, just to add another video for you guys to watch. So let's get it, man. I'm actually excited on this one, because a lot of these bands are doing like covers of old 80s songs now. Like we said with Motionless in White, they did their Sunglasses at Night cover on the newest album, which I don't know why he chose that one, to be honest with you. But it seems like a lot of these metal bands are like being nostalgic for like the 80s, and they're remixing or remastering or recovering these old 80s pop songs. So I'm excited to see what their take on it is. So we're just gonna have to wait and see here. This is probably like their whole fully fledged, progress on making the song, because it is 12 minutes. So we're just gonna have to see how they made the song. So I'm excited. gives us like a little behind the scenes look on like how they make their songs, how they record their songs and stuff like that. So I don't know if this is a one take. I don't know if this is they practice this or this is just a video of them creating the track. I don't know, but I'm excited to check this one out. '80s goes metalcore. Now that would be an amazing album to check out.
In case you fuck up, you're not alone. You can hold hands and say, like, try together. Let's go in peace. We went through heaven and hell.
We're gonna be here
Already
until
with the
midnight.
2 steps.
Do we have pee time?
You have
maybe?
pee time.
Yeah, perfect.
Sometimes you need a break, man. You gotta go to the bathroom.
It's actually pretty good. All right, you guys feel ready?
Yeah.
This is like a one take.
For what exactly?
So let me tell you about this song. When I was doing my research on your band, I found your YouTube page, but you did a challenge with yourselves where there was a wheel
Yeah.
with songs you were gonna cover. So I didn't know how you feel about this song because I took the first one and you guys still haven't done a cover of it.
It's Michael Sambello.
Oh,
Maniac.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually, I think it's such a great song.
that's a fun idea.
She's a maniac on the floor, and she's dancing like she's never danced before.
What are the feelings in the room right now?
We're not in our comfort zone right now because usually it's actually like a completely different way from like the producing side of a song. So yeah, we will see.
Let's go.
Frank,
Man,
this
doing
is
this in
your
one take,
Musora
too.
debut, but you've been here for Drumeo.
Be
What
crazy.
feels more scary right now?
They're both equally terrifying. Obviously, this for me is more comforting because I'm in the room with my brothers. I'm not alone in here like I was last time. So this is more fun. And
We all
we're
got
gonna
each
have fun.
other's backs.
In case you fuck up, you're not alone. You can hold hands and say, like, try together. Let's go in peace.
So for the audience members who might not be familiar with Electric Callboy, how would you describe your music?
It's danceable metal music, like, and you can actually
Insane.
pop dance to it. Before we start,
Just
like, what do
genre
you see
defying,
in,
I would
in
say.
the verses?
I don't know.
Okay, it depends on, like, how we do the verse.
I would like to have the verse a bit more
Yeah,
calm.
sure.
Like
Something with a synth or something?
From a chord perspective, this would really fit because it's just like 2 chords in the verse. So you would have like something like that because you only have like 4 chords in the verse.
maybe just have in mind like make it danceable a bit.
Just a steel town girl on a Saturday night, looking for the fight of a life.
Oh, he's like a drum beat pad right there. So that's how they make the beats, okay?
That's such a tongue breaker, man.
We actually need some more ups and downs because that song, even though it's really good and well written, it's just on one, you know what I mean?
'Cause I thought all
on
the
the
drum
same
beats
level.
and stuff like.
So
But it's the
maybe
change
we
of
should
rhythm.
start
Johnny, I
a bit
didn't know.
like lower
Drum guy was
to
doing it
go
too.
into like a shout part or something. Like just let's play this like a couple of times, just to get comfortable with the chorus.
What could cut you like a knife? If the fire becomes a fire, God, what could do you like a knife? If the fire becomes a fire, yeah. She's a maniac on the floor. You know what I'm talking about? That's nice.
That was actually what I was thinking of. That.
Yeah. I just take some lyrics from, I don't even know what it is. Pre-chorus. It's a pre-chorus.
Can cut you like a knife.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
It can cut you like a knife. When the flame becomes a fire, yeah. Baby, what we wanna be?
It's kind of cool that they're gonna see these guys, you know.
On the Musora channel, we bring in all sorts of bands like Leprous, Spin Doctors, and Vital Information that hopefully inspire you to pick up your instrument and start playing. But you
Okay,
might
I'm
not know that
inspired.
we actually have a
wanna do some covers
full-fledged
now.
music lessons app called Musora. On the Musora app, you can learn with some of the best musicians in
I like
the
me
world.
doing some
You can
covers,
track your
man.
progress, and there's over 100,000 students
Because I think
learning
that's what's
guitar,
the fun part of it
bass.
is making a cover, man. It's like you want to it's like you want to stay true to the original, but it's fun to like come up with your own parts, you know, come up with your own sort of genre, I would say, even if it is not a metal song to per se, you know, you could just like, if it is a pop song, I like doing pop songs just to making it into metal to see like, you know, how would this sound as a metal song, you know, because that's the fun part for me, you know, is coming up with the riffs, coming up with the beats, coming up with like the breakdown in a pop song, because, you know, it's completely different. But I'm guessing that's why all those Pop Goes Punk songs did so well. Just because of how catchy they are, how, you know, genre defying that was at the time, which sadly to say they're not doing it as of anymore, because I can argue, man, those albums are definitely one of the best albums ever created, at least in the metal scene, man, because it just brought so much creativity with all these different metalcore bands coming together and covering a single song that I guess they chose to do, or they were given a song to do. It was like a luck of the draw sort of thing. I'm not too sure how that worked, but it was just so fun to see all these, especially all my favorite metal bands come together and cover, you know, all these songs together and sort of thing to create this, you know, perfectly sounding good album at the time, man. It was just made me inspired to, you know, wanting to play like that, wanting to learn guitar, wanting to do my own covers and stuff like that. So I like seeing stuff like this, man. I'm glad these metal band members are doing that sort of thing again. They're still doing that sort of thing now after all these years. You know, those albums are decades old at this point, but I just love seeing this sort of thing, man. It makes me happy. It just makes me inspired to make me up and start just writing. Wants me to write my own music right now after listening to this track, man. But either way, man, I like this sort of thing.
Drums, vocals, and piano every single day. You can try your first.
What you gonna sing there? Like the pre-chorus again? Like
No, new lyrics,
she's
something
a
like.
maniac.
Something like a grungy metal.
Let's
almost.
keep the words, like work with words.
Yeah.
Like she's a maniac, but you cannot take sarcasm.
I would go with the rhythm.
Maniac, back to the conviction, wanna take that. Sick, I wanna be the one to fake that.
We need to add some things. It's clear, right? I mean,
How does it
makes
work?
sense.
Like
They
how,
love
how
that
can
beat.
we put
They love that
things to
constant
it?
two-step
We
beat.
can grab the laptop and, you know, create some
Starts.
synthesizers and
Okay,
stuff
cool,
like this,
cool,
and
cool.
then we can put it on the backing track laptop, and
Nice.
then
so
we
we
can play it
could
back.
create a
Nice.
backing track
Yeah, yeah.
before.
Nice.
We can when we figure the structure out, we can take like a break for 30 minutes. Daniel gets the laptop, you know,
Sounds great.
just a little bit magic, and
Yeah.
then we put it on the
Yeah.
ears. Yeah.
When they are like doing all the like producing stuff and whatever, we going to write the lyrics. We're gonna be here until midnight.
Wie läuft die Versammelgas?
Man, sometimes that's what it takes,
okay.
man, to create some
Yeah.
good music.
Yeah.
But we're actually finished with that
Late nights.
little lyric piece.
Yeah, I heard it. Sounds great.
Pretty cool. Okay.
the
When
fun
do I
part of it, though,
start
man.
singing?
Just a steel-town girl on a Saturday night, looking for the fighter for life.
Oh, they made that pretty quick, though.
Real-time world, no one sees her at all. They say that she's
Guess when you're used to make electronic music, it's easy.
She's a maniac. Let's just like whisper it. Like she's a maniac.
She's a maniac. She's a maniac. She's a maniac. And everybody knows she's a maniac. Yeah, she must be having you can take that.
Oh, that is hard.
If you're dying, you can fight that. It's a Saturday night. But you can't make like this.
Do we have PP time?
You have
maybe?
PP time.
Yeah, perfect.
PP time.
Is it cool that the
it PP
first
time?
verse is so low?
No,
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Barely can recognize the vocals. I would say it's more stronger when it's like high from the beginning.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Nico, good that you're back.
We changed
doing
everything.
another song.
Just a feeling, but I think when you start with a low octave,
Completely
it's
everything
like,
you knew that we were
it's
practicing,
so
forget
muddy.
about it.
Or
We're
like,
starting over.
You want to go like just a small town girl on a Saturday
just to
night.
try it. I think
Like-
I like it better.
Yeah,
because
let's try.
you're like right there at the beginning. I think
Yeah,
it's
easy.
more powerful.
Let's try. It's
Yeah.
actually more energy. In the beginning,
Yeah.
I thought it's way better to go on the lower
But with
octave.
the
No, it's
production right
better.
now, you need
Definitely
like the
better.
vocals
Yeah,
need
it
to be on
makes
top.
much more sense.
We actually discussed it while you were on toilet. All right, you guys ready for a final take?
Hell no.
Yes, sir.
We're taking PP time. We
We're
changed
gonna
the
find
entire
out. We're gonna
song.
find out. Yeah, ready to
Yes.
roll. Ready to rock and roll. Next try.
Let's fucking go.
Man, I wonder actually how long it took to make this whole thing. Especially in one
Just a
day.
steel town girl on a Saturday night, looking for the father for life. In the real time world, no one sees her at all. They all say she's crazy. Looking rhythms to the beat of her heart, changing movement into the light. She's
I wonder what beats they use for their synths. What plugin they got. Very interesting intro. This is their bread and butter here. It's just voices. Like beat down sort of pre-chorus here. I don't know if he's like holding back his vocals, but he does sound kind of quiet.
She's a maniac. She's a maniac.
Go boys! What breakdown you come up with?
But everybody knows she's a maniac. And she knows that nobody can take her. Even if you try and you can fake that. It's a 79 when she's dancing like this. And I'm looking for she's a maniac, maniac on the floor.
That's an electric Callboy style breakdown. I think they are holding back though, just because it is in a studio environment.
All right, what was
pretty
that
cool, though.
experience like, guys?
Pretty cool.
We went through heaven and hell. We knew that song before, but like we've been sitting there and trying to do that song, and it may have lasted a little bit, but usually we take much longer. So that was a world record for us in songwriting.
I think the worst problem was actually how to make it sound like us. That was just super fun. Yeah, I had the best time of my life.
For the experience, it was amazing. Like being
Yeah,
together with
totally.
all our brothers here. So what was the next song?
We completed the challenge, and that's the coolest, rewarding feeling. So like,
definitely.
mad respect, dudes. Like everybody stepped up
Reminds me of
today. For
Travis
sure.
Barker a little
Yeah,
bit.
thank you guys so much
Yeah.
for the opportunity.
kind of a-
Thank
similar.
you for doing it, guys, because I think the thing that I love the most about this show is watching, musicians who are usually quite polished and produced put themselves on the spot to show how the writing process actually goes. And I think for a lot of people,
it's
that's
cool.
where they get stuck. They think, oh, I could never do
small
this. But
bands
then
that
they
did
see
that
you
sort of
doing
thing.
it, and they hopefully would be at least inspired and pick up some tips along the way.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So super
I
cool.
definitely would love to see how Motionless writes their song. And also probably doesn't sound as good as like a polished track just because it's not mixed. It's not, they don't really have the effects that they would normally have, I would say, on their vocals and guitars and stuff like that. Because I think they normally have two guitarists anyway, so it is kind of like, you need that second guitar to have that, heavy hitting backbone to it. Maybe they don't. I know I could be completely wrong on that. Pretty sure they have two guitarists though. But either way, what a banger of an album and what a banger of a video. I wish more bands did stuff like this. I wish they did more on like the behind the scenes stuff on what makes a band and what behind the scenes on how to create a song, how they write their song, and how they form together, you know, because it is a cool thing to see the process, especially of your favorite bands, you know, how they write their music, how they write your favorite songs, and just, you know, it's a cool thing to see. I wish more bands did that sort of thing, because it definitely inspires me when I see stuff like this to maybe pick up my guitar and rewrite my original songs and write, you know, try to sound as good as I can possibly be compared to these bands. But either way, I know I'm not going to sound as good, nearly as good with these professional, you know, graded bands, but either way, it just does inspire me. It does make me want to try new stuff on my own, you know, try new different plugins, try different sounds, try different effects, you know, stuff that I wouldn't typically have done before, especially in my, you know, songs. I like to try, you know, new things and see what works, what doesn't, sort of thing. So I like seeing that sort of thing, man. Definitely like that. Like I said, if there's any more sort of stuff on like this video or any more behind the scenes videos of other bands or these guys here, be sure to let me know, because I would definitely like to check those ones out, man, because it is fun, it is intriguing to see, you know, is the behind the stuff and the behind the scenes of the production of your favorite music. So yeah, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Electric Callboy live stream. I know I had a few hiccups here with the, you know, the stream crashing and stuff like that. Hopefully it doesn't do that, you know, constantly. You know, definitely suck for my future live streams. But either way, like I said, that has been the live stream here of the new Electric Callboy Tanzneid record. Definitely a banger and slapping of an album, I would say. A lot of the singles we have heard previously already on singles, but you know, we did have two, you know, surprise hidden tracks in there. Just wish there was a little bit more of surprise on the surprise end sort of thing. The last half of the album, or the few 4 or 5 so records, was kind of like, to be honest with you, because I don't really care about the remixes too much. But definitely more on the EDM, on the dubsteppy sort of sound, which is not typically my thing. But other than that, I do like the electronic core stuff. I like the melodic metalcore stuff. I love their play style. They love their 2-step beats. They love that sort of beat heavy stuff, even if it's overplayed a little bit too much in my opinion. But I guess that's their staple sound. That's their staple rhythmic pattern, I guess, is what they're used to. So I can kind of see why they stick to it. But for a listener, you know, I can definitely see that. But it could be a little bit of repetitiveness when it comes to that sort of thing, but they managed to make it work every single track, and they managed to make every single track sound different and unique, which is definitely a hard thing to do when you have that same sort of drum beat pattern. But like I said, man, these guys are genre defying. They're insane. They're unpredictable to the max. You never know what song they're going to come out with next. You never know what cover they're going to come out with next, and you never know what sort of chaotic, crazy video is going to come up next. They could already be planning some new stuff in the near future, so we're just going to have to wait and see. But either way, these guys are amazing band, and it's just, they're so fun. They don't take themselves seriously. They're just that one of those fun-loving bands you can go to and check out to, that when you just want to listen to some good fun-loving music mixed with a little bit of metalcore, mixed with a little bit of boy band stuff, mixed with a little bit of deathcore, and of course the electronic core aspect in there as well. I just love that deathcore sound that they do. Hopefully we get some more of that in the near future. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Electric Callboy, and hopefully we get some more stuff from these guys in the near future, even though we just got some new stuff. But we just got a hell of a lot of stuff to check out later this year, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of other albums are still to come out, are still to release, and there's a lot of, you know, some of my favorite bands still to come out with some stuff that I'm eager to check out as well, ladies and gentlemen. But with that being said, I'm going to end it before it crashes yet again. But either way, that has been the Electric Callboy live stream. Be sure to stay up to date with all my normal reactions and all my, you know, original music that's kind of come out in your way in the near future, so stay tuned for that as well. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, especially new here, just going through every single big channel, and you don't miss out on a single one, guarantee that. And I'll see you guys in the next one.